Coming up on the Social Grenade podcast, part 1 with Adam Marburger.
To lay the framework, I left retail in 2017 unfulfilled. I wanted to take what I did in my store and duplicate its scale. When I found out I was going to be a full-blown entrepreneur and start my company, was coming home from NADA San Francisco. So just know 2019, brutal. I can tell it now without crying. Stepdad died, had a stroke on Friday, died on Sunday. The co-founder of my company passed away. Grandfather passed away, patriarch of the family. Then the next month, filed for divorce. At my mom's house, she's grieving, I'm grieving. It was a mess. Oh, and we just started a company. Yep. You got to show up well online. You got to show up consistently in smiles, unicorns, and rainbows. But behind the scenes, you don't even know if you have enough money to put gas in your car.
All right, welcome to the Social Grenade podcast, where we talk to the people in the industry that are actually making changes. And they're not just doing it like we're business people and we're making changes in the industry, but they're also using social to promote themselves. And because social is my love language, I love to talk to the people that I see that are absolutely killing it. But we're not just going to talk about social today. My good friend, and I don't just say that about everybody, but my good friend, Adam Marburger, doesn't live that far from me. He's just up the street in St. Louis. Is here joining me today, and what an amazing entrepreneur. And for all of you that are not entrepreneurs, like, it's a whole different mindset. So I always like to jump into the entrepreneur set part of it first. So welcome, Adam. I'm glad you're here with us.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here. I always love chit-chatting with you. And you're not that far down the road. As a matter of fact, my last 4 real estate transactions have been done with your boy Tustin in Joplin. So I'm doing now business in Joplin. So we're not, we're getting a little closer. So
Absolutely. Yeah. So I want to talk about, first of all, I want to talk about Ascent Dealer Services, because I want to get that out of the way right off the bat. So when did that idea hatch and you were like, look, we should do this? Because I know as an entrepreneur, like, we have a million ideas a day and we're constantly filtering and pushing and filtering and pushing this one to the top, moving that one to the side. When did this start for you? And then you knew that this had some legs on it.
Okay. So to lay the framework, I left retail in 2017 unfulfilled. I wanted to take what I did in my store and duplicate its scale. I started working for another agent. He owned the agency and I didn't. So therefore, I knew long-term it wasn't going to work. Right. When I found out I was going to be a full-blown entrepreneur and start my company, was coming home from NADA San Francisco, early 2019. And I had just won 40 under 40 automotive news. So I had that little thing that on my resume that I thought we could use that for marketing, especially. And so we were on a Southwest flight coming home from San Francisco. And the stories were, you drew it on a napkin. That's really what we did. We had 3 Southwest napkins. There were 3 of them. And we're just kind of writing names and ideas and what products are we going to offer? And so it was started on that flight, and we were in business the next week.
So what was the first product? So you have several offerings. So what was your very first product? This is the thing that I know that they need the most right now, and I know I can deliver right now.
So product, AGWS.
Okay.
We met with them the following week. They were the first admin company, and they have the full list of F&I products. So Robin, any F&I product you can imagine, they had under one umbrella. They brought us up to Chicago, gave us the tour, went to Michael Jordan's restaurant, did all the things. It was awesome. So we knew them, we partnered with them, and that was our first product offering into the marketplace.
Okay. And so then with that, now you're working as an agent again?
Yeah.
Okay. For AGWS.
So Ascent Dealer Services, we're a brokerage firm. So we have multiple providers, but back then it was AGWS, then Protective, and then Road Vantage. So we had those 3 in our arsenal to use.
So how long were you but how long were you in that agency brokerage life right there before you're like, hey, what else can we do? Because I know that, like, for myself and my entrepreneurial journey, like, I'm constantly like, I wonder if that thing right there, I wonder if we can make that thing right there. I think there's a need for this. And then you pick it up, and some of them fail and some of them succeed.
Yeah. So it took a year. Okay. Everybody sees the wins.
Yeah. For real.
But there was a lot of It was hard. So just know 2019, brutal, 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 brutal. Like I tell, this story has been told. I can tell it now without crying, right? I mean, that's, 2019, February, stepdad died, had a stroke on Friday, died on Sunday.
Wow.
April 1st, the co-founder of my company passed away. It was horrific. It was horrific. Then the following month, grandfather passed away, patriarch of the family. Then the next month, it's getting better, file for divorce. Like now I'm living in a spare bedroom at my mom's house. She's grieving. I'm grieving. It was a mess. Oh, and we just started a company. And I used to make a ton of money at my old job that I just jumped off the deep end and had no money. So we went through, and this is awesome because you know how it is, Robin. You gotta fake it till you make it. Yep. You got to show up well online. You got to show up consistently in smiles, unicorns, and rainbows. But behind the scenes, you don't even know if you have enough money to put gas in your car. Like that's where I was in 2019. So it couple big clients. There was a big deal up in Michigan. My boy, Derek Crusolio, he was the number one Toyota dealer in the state of Michigan. We landed that deal. And then right after that, the Napletons, a big mega group, they took Eddie reached out to me personally, and then I talked to a few folks who put a big training contract together. So that, and then fast forward, it started snowballing year after year to where we've got a good sized team now, and we have big OEM contracts, and we're on our way, Robin, now.
Yeah. And that's the thing is like, I think that we are reluctant to show the losses and the setbacks because we feel like, I'm going to speak for myself, I feel like people will go, oh my gosh, I don't know, she's really struggling. Should we do business with her? You know what I'm saying? So you have to constantly show this while you're like looking at, dude, can we cover payroll? Because these 3 dealers just dropped out and where are we at on that? And how long can I replace that? How fast can I replace that business? Whatever. And so one of the big things that we did this year was sell our BDC. So we started our BDC in 2019 by accident, really by accident. Like we've been doing social since 2013. And in 2019, we started, I had a dealer. I don't know if you know him. His name is Jeremy Franklin out of Kansas City.
Yeah, I know Jeremy.
Yeah, he calls me one day and he goes, Robin, we were doing his Facebook ads for him too. And he goes, turn those Facebook ads off. My BDM says that they aren't converting. And I'm like, that's interesting because I have some dealerships in El Paso, Texas, and in Arizona. That guy just bought a new jet. He's doing okay. I said, maybe your BDC just doesn't know how to handle those leads. I said, I'll tell you what, just take those away from your BDC. I'll get two of my people here to dial your leads and we'll see. Maybe Kansas City's an anomaly. Maybe they won't work. Maybe you're right, but let's test it first. So we started in like September 29, dialing his Facebook leads. And they were converting. It's just the BDC was cherry picking what they wanted. His BDC was. So that's how we accidentally started Epic BDC, was by trying to prove that our ads were worth a shit and that your BDC was just really dogging them and not converting them. And then in 2020, January 2020, a dealership in Michigan has as independent, has 2 stores, calls me and goes, hey, I hear you're doing BDC stuff for Jeremy Franklin. I just fired my whole BDC. Will you take the whole thing? I'm like,
there you go.
I didn't intend to be in this business. And so whenever we decided to get back to our roots of social and we decided that we were going to sell Epic, between Shasta and Beverly and myself, we were literally just kind of chewing it back and forth going, what do we do about this? How do we stop this? Do we just close it? What do we do? And then I put a couple of feelers out to a couple of people and they were like, no, we want your business. You guys have done a great job branding. You guys got a reputation in the business, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, so then we picked the buyer for it. I had 2 really good ones that I could have gone either way with either one of them and known it was in good hands, that it was going to be taken care of, that my dealer relationships would still be good. And then we finalized that on December 29th. And now we're just 100% social. But there's those things, those seasons in your life when you go, okay, this was really good for me for a while, but I can see AI changes coming that I just really in the BDC side that I just really don't have the temperament for. And so it was a good time to exit that. Have you guys had a portion of your business that you added to it and then jumped back out of it?
No, that's a great question. My mentor made this very clear. Focus on the thing that works and works well.
Right.
There was a time we added merchant processing and we were looking to, doing garage keepers liability. We thought about doing all these other things. But here's what we're great at. We're really good at using social media, because that's how I built my company, using social media for dealers to then inbound leads. Those we set appointments. Those are very warm by time. It's crazy, right. Robin, when I show up to a dealership, when I first started, the cold calling, going beating doors down, you don't have an appointment. Dealer's like, who the heck are you, right? Give you 5 minutes maybe. But when the lead comes inbound social and you show up, you get a hug from the dealer, a tour, you meet everybody, and then you're sitting down for 3 hours, then you're going to have cocktails and dinner.
Right.
It's just different, right? So to land the plane, to answer your question, we're only focused on providing dealers with the best F&I products in the industry. And our value proposition that's attached to those F&I products is if you do business with my company, you get professional coaching and mentorship, and there's no charge to it. These admin companies, we get a commission on products sold. So, they're not seeing a line item for our service.
Mm-hmm.
We provide coaching and mentoring to the dealer, and we just don't stop. That's what we love to do. We kind of joke that, yeah, we are an insurance company. We're an insurance agency, but we're really not. We're just retail car guys and gals. We're just retail experts that just so happen to have F&I products. We look at retail first, and then we look at products second, because I don't know if you knew this, Robin, but I got a few people on my team that are former dealers, NADA graduates. I got a handful of NADA, like we can sit down with a dealer and we focus on F&I. That's what we do well. But we can also look at your statement. We can also go back and talk fixed ops. We can do anything you need us to do. We try to stay in our lane because that's just what we do. So to answer your question, F&I products, Robin, we're staying very, very focused on that. And new car franchise dealers, we will work with independents. There's a sniff test. You got to pass the sniff test. Well, we've just been burned severely burned by independents. But we do have some wonderful independents. We've got a couple. We work with independents that walk and talk like a new car franchise.
Right. Service
department. You're reconditioning vehicles. You're doing the right thing. Then we work with you. So,
I love that. So now you talked about having some girls on your team, and I know you're a girl dad. And so that's probably, I would say, if I were just going to, from the outside look in, go, that's probably why you're so successful keeping good, talented women on your team as well. It's unusual in the industry to have such a strong female team as you have in a male owned business. Yeah. And so what's the secret behind that?
That's a great question. The secret is the culture that we've created. I remember working for individuals in retail automotive, and I would say I would never run my store this way. The idea of not having time off, having to beg for a Saturday, so we first of all, nobody works for me.
Mm-hmm.
If anything, I work for them. We work together. We're a family. And so we have a family culture on this team. We're all friends. People say you shouldn't make business and pleasure. That is crap. One of our core values is fun. We get together a couple times a year as a family. We have fun together as a family. We grow together as a family. So having strong females on the team, they fit right in well. We all fit in. So this puzzle's perfectly fit. And so, it's the culture, Robin. We just have this culture. You don't want to leave it.
Yeah.
You don't want to leave it. We don't work. We live it in purpose. We're living in purpose daily.
I love it. Cindy and Amy are like two of my favorite humans on earth. I adore them both. And love to see them being super active on social and running their business like their business, which is fantastic.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you, Laura's the executive assistant to me, and she does help out with some other folks on the team. That woman gets it done. I'm kind of afraid of her at some level. Sylvia, you know Sylvia very well. She don't play games. Sylvia's strong. She handles she doesn't even get the credit she deserves because she's doing everything on the other side, fixing mess after mess, because there are messes and getting complete paperwork doesn't always happen, right? So she handles that behind the scenes. And then, Amy's one of our top coaches. She knows retail at the highest level, goes in and she goes so far out of her way for a dealer. She'll do anything for the dealer. And then Cindy, she's got a different last name though. So I told her the other day, I got to quit calling her CZ. Cindy CZ's my MVP. I mean, she's our number one sales rep. I mean, she is, she knows how to communicate with dealers and speak dealer language to get in front of dealers and set appointments like nobody I've ever met.
Yeah. I mean, and I'll tell you, I couldn't do my business like without Beverly. Beverly's probably my Sylvia, right? Like that behind the scenes. Like I'll tell you, I don't read a contract. I just don't. Like they send it to me and I just forward it. As soon as it's into my inbox, I just forward it on and go, Bev, you probably need to read this. And then she'll read it line by line by line and go through and go, yeah, you need y'all change this. And like when we were creating our app for Social Grenade, she probably saved us $30,000 by adding one line to that contract. And I was like, it would have never crossed my mind.
Yeah, same thing with here. I'm telling you, Sylvia watches money like hawk. You know that scene in Wolf of Wall Street where Leonardo DiCaprio's dad comes in? It's like, what? It's not similar to that. It's different purchases, but Sylvia will come in and go, what's this? She's on top. She follows all the money. She doesn't miss anything. She's very, very good at her job. We'll just say that. And yeah, no, all the ladies in our team are they're phenomenal. I mean, we're all family, you know?
And that's like a testament to what we're trying to accomplish with women in automotive, like to see those and go, there's places to thrive out there. And ladies, just find your place to thrive and then add value, and reduce friction. That's it. My only advice to women in this industry. Add value, reduce friction. That's your goal in life.
Into that.
So tell me about your girls.
Yeah, they're a pain in my butt right now. Well, one of them is. So tell you a little funny story here. So Anna Lee, my firstborn baby, she probably won't see this.
I love to watch the shopping trips with you and her.
Yeah, she gets sick and tired of all these pots. I'll send her stuff. I don't even think she looks at it. But Friday night, she's working as a hostess at my favorite restaurant. And she goes, hey, Dad, can I have your credit card? She goes, I'm going to order me a to-go salad. No problem, honey. Here's my credit card. Well, the next day I get, looking at the statement, I was like, that's an $80 salad. Something's not right. So I got a copy of the actual receipt, and she tipped herself $60, Robin. And so she's not happy with me right now, but now she feels bad. I know she feels bad about what she did. I said, you basically stole from me. I go, so until I get the $60 in my hand, you're cut off. No Starbucks runs, Smoothie King after school, nada. So anyway, long story short, Anna, outside of the little punk move that she did Friday, she'll pay for that. She's doing brilliantly. She's my little entrepreneur. Danelle Delgado. I was with her in our mastermind 2 weeks ago in Pelican Hill Resort, Newport Beach, by the way. Oh my goodness. Everyone should experience that resort at least once. So we're there and Anna Lee sat into the sessions. So the other girls went shopping and hanging out and doing fun stuff. Well, Anna sat in. So Anna got to listen to Ryan Blair, who's a self-made billionaire, got to see him speak and got to be around all these people. Anna Lee she's very interested in those things. So she's doing well in school, future business person, don't know what, but she's going to be in business. Arabelle, my middle child, she's actually at age 13, she turns 14 next week. She's working for me at the gym, working with me. She's working with me at the gym, kind of helping out in the playland. So she's up there 4 nights a week, working. So, she likes to make some money. So she's doing really well, high honor roll, crushing it right now. And then each one of them is my favorite, but my third born favorite is just my sweet little everything. And she's really active in jujitsu and tumbling. So tonight she's excited because I'm going to go pick her from school and she gets to do jujitsu at my gym tonight. So
nice.
Yeah, everybody's doing well. Thanks for asking. Girls are doing well. It's an interesting time for me because I'm a total girl dad. I'm an emotional, affectionate, I am so involved. Like I am involved in everything.
Yeah.
So, I don't get, having the little one, I still get hugs and she sits on my lap still and I love you, Daddy. And she's my baby, where I don't have that with the others. They're half the time they want to be with their friends.
Yeah.
Well, I've got to pretty much beg to be in their lives at some level, it seems like. Like last weekend, they had plans all weekend. I didn't even see them. I'm like, hey, guys, I'd like to see you for an hour, right? So they're just in that age where, they're building their life and their friends and stuff. So Anna's driving. It's scary. So.
Yeah. Oh, I have 5 kids. 4 boys and 1 girl. And I'm probably the opposite of you, right? So like being a boy mom is like the best. And like I'm super into sports. I have been my whole life. Like I've been a Raiders fan since John Madden was coach. So like that's how long I've been watching football.
Is that why? Are you tied with Glenn Lundy? Are you that's his team?
No, because I'm not a Raiders fan anymore. I think Al Davis really jacked up moving. Let's move from here to there. They're back. Let's jack up the team. Let's not pay our players, whatever. And so as a franchise, they kind of pissed me off.
Okay.
So I've been a Chiefs fan for about 15 years now. And it was tough for a while when the Raiders and the Chiefs would play, especially if I was in stadium. It was hard for me. I would cheer both sides of the ball. And Shasta gets so mad at me. She's like, stop. I'm like, it's hard. Yeah. It's hard.
That's gotta be hard. There's no better stadium though. I'll tell you what, Arrowhead Stadium. If I'm picking a place for tailgate, like if it's tailgate and it's outdoor stadium, it's Arrowhead every day, all day. I love the tailgate at that place.
Absolutely. And that's what I was so pissed about too. Whenever the Raiders moved to Vegas, like there's no parking lot, so there is no tailgating. Like there's no
football. I just, my team. So I'm still holding on to the Rams, right? I'm still in my glory days from '99 to 03, the best offensive team to ever walk the planet. Like I'm holding on to those years, and it's been so long. And so I don't follow the LA Rams. I just kind of got bitter. So I didn't pick a team. I just kind of like watched football here and there. I like KC. I'll watch football,
Now, personally, I hate the Rams because I did grow up in California. Yeah. And so, and here's how I feel about teams or cities that lose their teams. And then I don't think they should get another one, right? So you lost the Cardinals. Your city would not support the Cardinals being there, the football Cardinals being there. Yeah. And so why did we give you another franchise, St. Louis? No offense to St. Louis, but I felt the same way about several other towns, other cities. I'm like, hey, if you couldn't hold on to them the first time, what makes you think we should give you another one?
Oh, right.
And so that kind of pisses me off. And so because I grew up in California, I wasn't a Rams fan. I was an AFC fan anyways, but and then back in the day, like I don't know how long you've been watching football, but the Seahawks used to be the AFC West also. So they were our mortal enemies before they moved them out of the AFC. But wasn't ever a Rams fan because if you're a Raiders fan, you're a thug, right? Like the highbrows in California watched the Rams, and the rest of us were, all of us people that fought in the parking lots, we were Raiders fans. So when they moved to St. Louis and I was here already, I'm like, really? Like, okay. But they did have great seasons here. I love it watching Kurt Warner, like just great.
That era, you can't. And I was season ticket holder. I was there for every game. Those plays they would make. Just Marshall Faulk, you got to hit him 3 times to take him down. Those plays, those big plays. It was just impossible to not love watching that team.
True. And I felt the same way about about the Bears for their season whenever they were good. And even the Redskins, whenever Joe Theismann was playing, whenever they had those glory years and they had, Art Monk and all of those people playing. And it was just this, you couldn't help but cheer for them because they just had such a great organization going on. So having 4 boys, like football was like natural. And so I think at one point I had 3 boys playing football at the same time, one in high school, one in varsity, one in JV, one in middle school. And 2-a-days were all day long. So this one had 2-a-days at this time. That one had 2-a-days at this time. Like it was like all, and I was at the time I was a single parent. And so I was like trying to jockey these kids to practice all the time. But then the greatest thing in the world. So Joplin, Missouri is not a big town, but then Carl Junction, which is even smaller, like population 5,000, went on Friday night. You could literally rob anybody's house you wanted to. Because number one, nobody locks their door. And number 2, everybody's at the football game. Like that's just how it is. I had the coach literally walk. If my kids were late for practice, they would just drive down the road, walk in my house, get my kids out of bed and go, it's time for practice. What are you doing? Yeah. I was at work. I didn't even know. They're like, yeah, coach had to come drag Dallas out of bed again. And I was like, and they didn't even knock. They just go in the house and drag his ass out of bed and take him to practice. And so so when Shasta came along, because she's my youngest one, holy crap. Like I was like, I did not know what to do with a girl. This is weird. Oh my gosh. You have emotions. You have all these emotions. Boys just don't have them. They're just like, they don't care what they wear. They don't care if they still have crap in their eyes in the morning. They don't care about anything. And she was just high drama. And it took us a while to learn how to navigate together, her and I. But
Imagine this, Robin. Okay, so here's my household. So I have a bonus daughter, Avery, who's going to be 15 next week along with Arable. So you got 14-year-old girl, 15-year-old girl, 16-year-old girl, Aston will be 8-year-old girl. Sylvia's a little bit younger than me, a lot younger than me. All girls in my house. There is a cat that's a boy. I got that. So I'm going to tell you, there are times where in that house, emotions and tensions get a little cray-cray. And that's why I get to go to jujitsu.
I bet. Well, I love your take on that. And I love watching you be a girl dad. I think that you rock at it. And not that not every dad does, but I mean, I know it's a special place whenever you get to just go. And on top of that, raising leaders, right? Yeah. All of my kids at one point or another have worked for me. All the boys did, everybody did. And so like, they know what it's like in my world, like whether I was doing mortgage or real estate or whatever, they've been in my life working with me. And so I love to see that your girls are working with you and for you as well, because they learn so much more about you as a parent, as a human, other than a parent, right? Now they know who you are as a man because they get to see that side. They get to see the business Adam.
Yep. Well, I want them, I used to take Anna to real estate transactions, and I want them seeing all the different things.
Yeah.
Because it's important for them to understand what the heck I do. Mm-hmm. Like, Aston doesn't know what I do, but Anna's starting to get an idea from what I do. It's important that they see that because it's an educational opportunity for them too. It's just education. There's just so much you do not learn in school. You're just not going to learn in school. And you got to pick it up. Entrepreneurs are the best teachers in the world. You know that. I mean, the best teachers in the world, entrepreneurs. So,
well, the cool thing about entrepreneurs, I think the coolest thing about entrepreneurs is that we're not afraid to fail.
Yeah.
Like there's probably 7 times a day I fail and I just go, what do I learn from this? Okay, not that, this. I mean, and I know Beverly is so risk averse. And she I'm the visionary, obviously. Like I'll come in and go, I think we're going to do blah, 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 blah. We're going to take it this way. We're going to do it. And I'm going to need this, this, and this. This is how much money I'm going to need. I'm going to do it like this. And she's just sitting there looking at me like, I'm like, it's going to work.
Is she your integrator?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. You guys run on EOS as well, correct?
We do. 100%. Literally, we're getting ready to take women in automotive on EOS. And they're like, what is that? I'm like, trust me, your board is getting ready to get their eyes opened because this board is not functioning properly because nobody's accountable for anything. Nobody owns anything.
We have our traction coming up in a couple weeks, and I knocked my rock. I had 2 rocks, knocked them out of the park. What's the thing is too, when you leave, instead of having 12 things you're responsible for, having a couple major things, and you've got other people holding you accountable. You just get things done. So every meeting you're getting done, getting more done. I mean, you see and things change. It's best decision I ever made was read traction. And then, for sure. And I needed to read Rocket Fuel. I don't know if you read Rocket Fuel, but it was important because my integrator is James Mercer. He's total glass half empty, like glass half empty.
That's good.
And I'm always overflowing, glass overflowing. Like, I mean, like you, Robin, I'll throw these ideas and he kind of shuts most of them down. I was joking. I was like, you're a negative Nelly sometimes, James, but he's phenomenal is what he is. He's truly the reason our company kind of went to the next level. He's a big part of that. So,
and that's the thing for us too. Like, when we try to describe it to people and we go, look, Robin throws stuff all the time. I want to do this. And it's our job to either catch it and throw it down or catch it and go, yeah, we think we can do something with this. And it's our job to catch all of the shit that she throws up in the air that she thinks that we might be able to tackle. And because I don't know about you, but I say yes to most things. And then I think, then I digest it all and go, yes, maybe not now. Or yes, this would be good for that person, but not yes for us. But I will say yes immediately. Hey, can you guys do blah, blah, blah? Yep, we sure can. And then I meet with the team and they're like, quit saying yes. I'm like, no, I've been saying yes since 2013. I'm going to keep saying yes. And we're going to keep moving down there because our business in the social world pivots so much all the time. And now with AI, not now, we've been part of AI since ChatGPT rolled out in 2022. I had my account in December of 2022. So I've been in it the entire way and just got my first AI employee. So she's cool. Her name is Lucy. And so, but we've been creating apps, we've been creating workflows, we've been fine tuning all of this stuff because the thing is we have our own AI division now. If you don't, then you're not aware of the leakages in redundant tasks that you could be outsourcing. I know there's not even a $10 an hour pay structure now, but I always think about the $10 an hour work. When I get stuck in doing $10 an hour work, whenever I'm worth $1,000 an hour, I am losing $990 an hour by doing this $10 an hour task. And so for me, it's learning how to get this automated, to get this off my desk not so that I can put people out of a job, but so that I can scale faster. I can grow faster. When we first implemented Lucy, this is interesting. I gave her the SOP for my creative director. I gave her the entire 15-page SOP, and it's a big one because there's a lot of different factors in there. And then I gave her what we call dealer docs. When I have a dealer that we onboard, I get all of their information and all of the services that we're going to provide for them. And I fed it all to Lucy. And I said, Lucy, I need you to tell me how much of these tasks, according to this SOP, that you could do, and how much do I need a human for? And she analyzed every level of everything that we did inside there and broke it down. And she's like, of this task right here, I can do 74%, 26% needs to be a human. We need all of the relationship touches to be a human. And she did that all the way down, everything in there. And it ended up being a 75-25 split. She could handle 75% of the crap that we were paying people. We were bogging down our people to do. And then my creative director, Angela, now has 25% that she has to do. And now Angela gets to either dig deeper with the relationship she already has or go 4x what she has right now, because she'll have capacity for us to bring on 4 times more clients because of the fact that we moved all this redundant crap, this $10 an hour work, over to Lucy.
Stay tuned for part 2 with Adam Marburger.
I'll tell you something that I did that's pretty cool. You're going to spend some time and you're going to talk to Chad, and you're going to develop a board of directors. When I'm challenged, I go to my board. I can get Walt Disney, Jamie Dimon, Jocko Willink, and Marcos Aurelius. They're right here for me all day long. My prep work for my talks, anytime I get on a stage or even interviews, is so little. I just need my bullet points is all I need.
How important are mentors in your life?
Critical. I mean, people need to hear what I'm about to say now. You'll feel intimidated to send them a message to ask for help. I'm not on their level, so they're not going to respond to me. That's crap.